Hey, everybody, welcome to Death by Vanilla, a show where two out-of-touch white men try to navigate a conversation without stepping on a landmine of cringe. I'm your host, Timothy Schreiber.
And I'm your host, Caleb Schreiber, and today we're going to be talking about photos, something that our culture is surrounded by. Timothy, why? Why already?
I touched you today. Continue.
Slap some onto me.
This lather these hands.
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I have so many burns and cuts on my hands. I did not know that until you just revealed that to me. Thank you so much.
Would you like some more?
No.
I have a whole
Tim,
bottle.
how much do you take photos? Do you take photos a lot? Would you consider yourself a photographer?
Yeah, I'm a photo connoisseur.
In what way?
In the way of, I have a phone, like everybody else does, and a camera.
Okay.
And I take
How
pictures.
often would you say that you take photos?
About one a day, really.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think most of us take photos, but I'm going to propose something today,
Impossible.
and that is that I don't think we should take photos on our phones.
Why?
Ever.
Why? Do you think it takes away from actual photography?
I don't. No, that's not why I'm making the argument. I'm not making the argument in defense of photographers. I'm making the argument in defense of quality.
Okay.
Okay. Our phones are getting better and better cameras,
Yeah.
but are our photos getting better and better?
No.
No. Why?
They're really not.
Why? If we're getting better equipment, why are we not also getting better quality photos?
Because everybody has the same idea. Ooh, pretty sunset over the beach.
Right.
And that's all they do. And then, or people will just take a picture of their coffee, be like, hey, good morning.
Yeah, it's not original at all. Which I think, like whenever my first thought comes to mind, like whenever I'm taking photos with a real camera, the first thought I think of is, how can I take this so it doesn't look like a phone's camera?
Okay,
Like,
fair
what
enough.
shot can I take that's not going to look basic?
That's personally like a thing of like, you have to check off a list whenever you're.
Well, so I did that, yes. So that's a personal thing. That's an opinion. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, I think that us taking pictures with phones is diminishing the
art of photography.
not of photography, the quality of shots. Like, okay, so
But it doesn't matter.
So I watched Bo Burnham's.
Special the inside.
Yeah. Did you also?
Yeah.
Okay. He has a segment on there that's called, or he has a song that's called White Woman's Instagram.
White
And
Woman's
every photo that he replicated, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that 100 times. Mm-hmm. And he showed probably a good 50 photos. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if just one guy can look at white women's Instagrams and just be like, oh, this is a commonality, how much more is the entire rest of the world who does other things like that? Like you said, with coffee shots.
Right.
You're taking
Or gym
you're taking
shots.
top-down coffee shots. You're taking, you want to get the steam in there.
Yep.
And you'll have something rustic in the background, like,
Wood.
yeah, something.
And that's actually funny that you brought it up because I just saw a TikTok. It was like, Bo Burnham literally called me out. And it was like a picture of their Instagram versus the song and also what he was doing. And it was hilarious because it's like shot for shot almost. I'm like, that's kind of sad.
It is.
So the way that we can better this is by using our photos more. Or like, I think rather than trying to capture something, we should be trying to capture the experience of something.
How?
Good question. And I don't think anybody's
VR.
I need you, like, they need to have like a 3D effect for feelings. For feelings. So you take a picture, it's like, I was sad today. That's all it is.
Because, video is the form that a lot of us are going to.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way that you capture better what you're just talking about.
Yeah, motion. Yeah. Because otherwise, you're just like getting like family reunion shots. You're like, here's the family. Nobody really
they
cares
suck.
except for your aunt.
And portrait. And this I took into consideration whenever we just did family photos.
Yeah.
We just did family photos, and like the photographer that me and my wife use is amazing.
Allison something.
Allison Marie.
On Instagram.
And So, and she takes amazing photos.
Yeah.
And she has a good eye for doing exactly what I was talking about, which is not just taking like straight on pictures, but like finding original angles to take these photos from. And it makes capturing the experience a whole lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that one with you guys in the bubbles.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Because you saw these bubbles like just going over you. And the first thought I had, normally when I see a picture on Instagram, it's like, oh, yeah, I've seen that too. But normally, but then I saw that shot and I was like, that's really cool. How did they make the bubbles stay?
Yeah.
Like, how did they make air or like how, like, it's just, I think it's all about adding something original, but there's there's so many original things that you can add. Like, that's the problem. And people, I think I see your point, because people doing those same pictures and those same styles over and over again starts to get us in a repetition.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like foggy. Every time you open up your Instagram or your Snapchat, you just see the same thing. What I think pictures of people is better than a subject.
Absolutely.
Because everybody's seen 1,000 subjects, but there's only so many selfies that another person can match, like make the same of. So I don't know. Pictures of people I think would be better.
I actually really like product shots.
I like fashion shots.
Fashion shots?
Yeah,
are good.
fashion shots are nice.
I mean, like product shots, like, have you seen Peter McKinnon's?
Yeah.
Like he has like a nice wooden table, and then he has like a pocket knife set up, and then like he has a camera, a very expensive camera, like hovering above, and he takes a picture of it. And I'm like, I don't know why it's so pretty, but it always is.
Yeah, but that's like something that you see in advertisements.
I know, but
it gives the same effect. Like, and that's also another thing is you have a more hyper taste for photography and like videography.
Yeah.
So like you'll notice these things where typically people are just like, oh, another basic picture and just move on.
So do you care about any of this? And is anything I'm saying even worth talking about?
I think it is.
Yeah.
This is opening the egg of how can we make better original posts and better original pictures. Because, you know, the reason why these influencers do so well is because they're posting something crazy. Like they'll take a photo of something crazy, but with pictures, it's a lot harder to capture something crazy than with videos. Like, and we need to wedge our way into how to get there, because videos, you'll have like a video of you like on a cliff and then like pan up and then you like look around the cliff and then like look down. Oh, it's huge. And you'll be like, oh, that's crazy. But pictures, you can like take a picture off the cliff.
Did you actually see one of the, I don't remember what executive it was, but some executive at Instagram said that Instagram is no longer a photo sharing.
Oh yeah, photo sharing app. Yeah.
Why do you keep using hand sanitizer?
What do you mean?
And a lot of it.
Continue. I honestly don't hear what you're saying. Yeah, I did see that tweet. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think you could take that and use that as like an object lesson with like what we're talking about. Yeah, don't do that. Like you're using so much hand sanitizer, only a little bit of hand sanitizer is necessary, but you're using a whole lot to do something that just a little bit would do.
I'm gonna be for real. I just want to put my hand over my face and just knock out.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole
That's
goal.
the purpose
So,
of what you're
yeah.
using hand sanitizer for.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
just want to die.
Yeah, so he said it's mainly for stories now. Like stories is what Instagram is for, which is exactly what you're saying, short video form.
Yeah, and a lot of people got mad at the whole like photo sharing app thing.
Why?
Like the fact that like it wasn't a photo sharing app, because like that's what it's always been for, and that's like whenever I think Instagram, that's what I think of. I think just basic
Me
shots,
too.
just over and over again. But then they added Reels, which is just, I'm sorry, but if you watch Reels instead of TikTok, go home. Just go home.
Is this a
This is a
announcement?
heart to heart. Yeah, if you think that you're better than us for not downloading TikTok, but still spending hours on Instagram Reels, you're actually worse than us because you just get our backwash. Back to what we were saying. So I really don't think, like, I think Instagram has a place, and that place is for pictures, and I think Snapchat is for stories, because you can't really post.
Can I push your other point first? I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
So are you watering something down if you're reposting like a friend's thing?
A friends thing?
Yeah, because you're saying like TikTok, if you repost a TikTok on Instagram Reels, then you are, oh my gosh, watering down. It's backwash, is what you're saying. You're watering down the content.
Yeah.
So does the same thing happen whenever you're sharing like another person's post? Say somebody has like an authentic Instagram story, and then you repost their story on your Reels.
Yeah, that's watering it down. Of course it is. Because that's not your content, is it?
No.
No, exactly. Like that, you weren't the first one to post it. It wasn't your content. And like, that's just like you seeing it going, oh, that did really well. Or, oh, I think that was original, so I want to use it. And then maybe they'll boost my likes and followers. And then you do it, and then it's like the same thing. Like, oh my goodness, that's so cool.
I think you're wrong. But what were you saying before? What were you saying beforehand?
Beforehand about what? That Snapchat being the story. Yeah. So you can't post on Snapchat. You just see these spammy news articles, but everything else is just stories. If I want to see, I think Instagram is cool because it adds like that question, the poll thing. I really like the poll thing. I really like the rate thing. Like the features that comes with the stories, because like if you like wake up in the morning, you're like, yeah, like what do you like? I did this once on my Instagram. I was like, should I do hot or cold coffee? And then because I was indecisive, I didn't know what I should get.
I said hot, and everybody said cold,
and I still got cold.
And you still got cold, yeah. Did everybody say hot on your thing?
I had 3 people that said hot, and then like 5 that said cold. So kind of got.
That was the answer you wanted.
Yeah, because well, in my heart, you know how you have those like you're like, should I get these shoes or these shoes?
You post a question, but you know exactly which one you want, and it doesn't matter about the answer. Yeah.
Or like, I just kind of gave up because I was like, oh, I don't want to wait forever for these answers. So I was like, okay. So I just did it, and then I was like, oh, okay. So look, I got the cold coffee. Yeah. And then they're like, well, then why did I even bother wasting my time? But I feel like you can add that, like you can use that in so many different ways, especially with like the photo thing. Like you can start using the pictures with like interactive things. So then it's just not a picture that you see. I noticed this like 2 years ago on Instagram. I was posting a lot of the same crap. Okay. And it was just nature pics that nobody cared about. And I was like, oh.
But they look pretty to you.
But to me, they look pretty. But that's because it was from my experience and I was there in the moment. And it was a snapshot of a memory I had. And that was my memory. So what I started doing is, since I figured out that most of my Instagram followers are people who are my friends, I'll post it like it's a conversation with my friends. Okay. And like, hey guys, look what I did.
I think that's a better way to use it. I think that's a cool way to use it and a healthy way to use it. I just don't think that's what everybody's doing.
But yeah, it's not what everybody's doing, but that's the problem. We're talking like, people don't really see a problem with how everything's going now because that's the normal. Yeah. You know, so like, well, they're like, why should I change it? Yeah. For everybody else.
Do you think content's going to get progressively like worse as far as quality goes?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think it's going to go so bad. And I think I might have talked about this in the last episode, but with people constantly hammering out content, and with like platforms like TikTok and with platforms like Instagram, where you see pictures constantly, you see content constantly, nothing's going to be new. No. Everybody has the same thought. Like, I mean, this even goes with, there's a couple like TikTok videos I've seen where it's like, did anybody else feel this when they were younger, or do this when they were younger? Like one of them was like making it so you're closing the refrigerator door so the light goes off, but it's not fully closed. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I do that all the time. And I was like, oh, I did that all the time. Like you did too. And so did like 15,000 other people. Yeah.
And who liked this and commented on it.
Yeah. And my favorite comment from one of those posts is, can I just not have an original thought? Because it's true. Like and then you just kind of feel bad. You're like, I didn't have a great childhood because I'm not original, and I didn't have any original experiences, but you did. It's just in your own eyes.
I feel like, I feel like I had a great childhood, no matter if people shared it with me. Like, I feel like I enjoy that more, the fact that I get to talk to them about it. Like immediately I'm like, oh my goodness, so this other thing too? And then I keep like progressing.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, me too, dude. Oh.
And did your mom also feed you dirt for breakfast and called it cereal? Yeah.
What? Circle K?
Compost?
Compost
O's?
Yeah, compost O's. Oh my goodness. If you're, okay, another side talk. if you're eating normal Cheerios, just bland, nothing else, immediately go to that bridge that you took a picture of and go off of it. Because, homie, they ain't good. I don't care how much you say it. Neither are Lucky Charms.
They're so good.
No, they're horrible.
They're so good.
The only thing good about them is the
Do you know
sugar
why?
mallows.
Do you know why you don't like them?
Why?
Because your mother gets you stale Lucky Charms.
No, you know what I do like? It's kind of sad, but you know what I do like?
What?
There's this it was like a trail like mixed cereal thing. It was like oats and nuts.
Okay.
For some reason, I really like that now. I just don't like sugary cereal anymore.
Are we gonna talk?
We can talk about
we doing this
I
right
guess,
now?
You know, whatever.
Are we doing this right now?
I guess.
I am a cereal god.
Cocoa Puffs.
Captain
Elite.
Crunch.
Captain Crunch is Captain Crunch.
It's elite. That's a sugar cereal.
It's good, but it's not that bad.
Listen, I understand how you could be lacking with the Lucky Charms. I think it's pretty good. It's not at the
bland.
top of my list. Freaking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Elite.
Yes. Top tier.
Are our hands even in the camera? No. Because this is how high.
That's how high the bar is
Yeah.
for cereal.
So stop this whole sugar cereals are garbage thing. That's not true.
There's just one
Take it
cereal
back.
that's bad, and that's just Lucky Charms.
It's not bad.
It is. No, because
it's
it's
just
bland.
not the best.
Dude,
it's not bland.
No, but everybody hypes them up. I think that's the problem.
That's true.
Everybody hypes them up for no reason. They're
That's
overrated.
true. They are overrated. I would agree. They are very good. Do you know what's underrated? Tricks.
Tricks? Facts.
What?
Yeah.
You don't see that anywhere.
All right. Or, you know what? I want to say it. I'm going to say it.
Applejacks are
Dude, they're
so,
so good.
good.
Dude, they're so good. And those cuts that it leaves on the inside of your mouth because of how
I
hard
feel
they
like
are.
all sugar cereals do that to you. Captain Crunch does that to you. Applejacks do that. Fruity Loops do
Fruity
that.
Loops. That's Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. It's just Fruit Loops. They all do it to you. Okay. Would you say that Lucky Charms, the good part of Lucky Charms, is the marshmallows?
Yeah. That's the only good part.
Have you ever tried Fruit Loops with marshmallows in it?
No.
Dude?
Is it good?
Dude?
I feel like I'd go into
It's not. It's not.
I feel like I'd go into cardiac arrest as soon as I started eating
The
it.
problem is the consistency thing. It's because you have crunchy marshmallows.
Flavorful, yeah.
And then you have crunchy cereal. Like with the reason why Lucky Charms gets away with it is because their cereal just turns soft immediately. So you have this soft and have this crunchy marshmallows as a contrast, and it's nice.
Ow! I thought of something.
Go ahead.
On the topic of underrated cereals. Shredded wheats, homie.
They're okay.
Bro, don't even make me do it.
Regular like frosted shredded wheats or like blueberry and strawberry.
bro. Okay, there's this psychopath that went to our summer camp. I'm not dropping names, but his name is Happy J. So
Okay.
he
Did you see him recently?
Huh? No, I haven't seen him recently, but back I remember it was a close up and he came down. And everybody in the morning was in the dining room and we were all, doing our thing, eating our Fruity Loops, whatnot. And then he came over with his own box, flapped it on the table, and it said shredded wheats. No frosted. Right? No, this wasn't the only problem. He whipped out the bag. It was a giant shredded wheat. There wasn't tiny ones. And he broke off pieces like he was Jesus and put them in. And it was he just broke off pieces. And he was like, yeah, these are actually the original shredded wheats. These are how they're supposed to be eaten.
I've never seen those.
It's a brick, a cereal. It's just oats. Just strings of crap.
It's like ramen, but like oats.
Without the packet. That's ramen without the packet. That's Oreo without the cream. You're not telling me that those are good. And he was eating them. I think he was that kid in high school to just do something because nobody else did it.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
There's a lot of people at the camp that you're talking about that do that. There's a guy who brings up a mocha pot and calls it espresso. Nope. Wrong. That's number one. Also, mocha pot, not a good way to make coffee. That's another video.
Or anything. Well, James Hoffman would disagree with the whole espresso thing.
He says it's good. You can make some good coffee with it.
Espresso is all right in it.
It's all right.
It's not great. It's just...
No. We also don't have good grinders. He has like an industrial grinder.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I was a camper at that camp last time I was there. Now I'm a worker, so I get to drink coffee and such. But I've been addicted to coffee since I was 9, right? And every morning I would have to wake up. So we had these two philosophers.
People who are in
smart.
school for philosophy.
People who are smart, right? And they're counselors.
Yeah.
And they talk to each other. And that's what they do. And they just blow my mind with their conversations. But in the morning, I went to the burrows, like where we were having our daily devotions. And every single morning, as soon as I'd walk through the door, my man was pressing his French press.
Yeah.
David Haynes. Press it. It smelled so good.
Yeah.
I said, and he like poured it out. He had the beans, like the bag. Mm-hmm. Death by coffee or something.
Yeah.
He had that on the stool, like
Death Wish coffee.
Yeah, Death Wish coffee. Mm-hmm. He had that on the stool facing me. I was like, how could you? And he poured himself a cup and poured some for his Ryan. And I was like,
is there anything worse than pouring coffee in front of people and not sharing it?
No. Except for
feel bad.
eating a giant frosted mini wheat that's not frosted or mini.
I feel bad showing up to meetings. Like, okay, I mean, this is an adult thing. I feel bad showing up to meetings.
Go on.
What are you doing? It's not even on camera.
Oh my goodness, that's not even. So, essentially, kiddos, I have my foot like this, but on a wall right next to me. I'm going to keep it like this, even though it looks totally normal for you. Continue.
I feel bad taking a mug of coffee, like just a Yeti, just a small Yeti thing, taking like my thermos or whatever into a thing and just drinking coffee at the meetings.
That's why.
Because I'm like, I feel like I need to be sharing this with everybody.
That's why you do what I do, and everywhere I go, I just kind of settle with whatever coffee they have.
That's disgusting.
No, but here's the thing. Otherwise, you're treating people like you're better than them, and you're not.
No.
Because, like, you'll come into church every morning, and I'll be drinking that Maxwell House coffee that's burnt.
It's booty.
It's so booty.
Straight untasty booty.
Untasty, filthy, scummy booty. Mm-hmm. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
And I'll be drinking it. It's tar, dude. It's tar. I'm pretty sure they lay cement with this crap. And you come in with your Yeti mug, lay it on the counter, and you're like, try it. I'm like, oh. I take a sip. Swerve. It's lukewarm, but still better than everything we have.
Yeah.
And it tastes so good, and you're just sitting there the whole time during the service. I don't know how you make it last that long. You just go. 2 hours go by. Still there. Still enjoyable. And I'm over here on my third cup of Maxwell House burnt coffee.
Joy.
Joy is what you
Even
feel.
right now.
Joy. Because you know how that tastes. That reminisces on your taste buds. You're like, I'm better than you.
You suck.
But, like, because I just genuinely don't feel like otherwise I'm gonna feel guilty, and I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have to share. That's why I can never make coffee at home in front of my mom. This one time I woke up early. I was like, oh my goodness, dude, I'm gonna make a cup of coffee for myself. I'm gonna get my day started. Oh, it feels so good. And I was just listening to some songs, and I was just pressing that AeroPress into my cup. My mom walks downstairs in her work attire, and she says, "Is that for me?" And it's in my mug. And I dump it into her mug, and I say, "No, it is. Because now I have to go through the painstaking process, the 5 to 6 minute process of making another cup. I've already hand grinded so many beans, so many, and my hands are swollen. Swollen. I have weighed out the grams. I made a perfect because I'm always still tired. So that's why I can never make coffee at home when my mom.
We're gonna talk about this. We need to talk about this
because you've been through it too. You were the
We need to talk
top
about this.
tier connoisseur.
Making okay, we're breaking character. We are going all in on making coffee for other people right now. Making coffee for other people sucks. Reason being, why?
Yeah. Why? What?
Are you doing what you're doing right now?
Oh, the silly me. 2 green bottles, you know. Ooh, that was a rough voice crack. No, but like seriously, making coffee for other people blows because you always have to make it before. And the last cup, in my opinion, it depends how good you are at making coffee, but the last cup, you put the least heart into. You're already tired.
And you're always the one who has to get the last cup.
Yep, and the equipment's already used unless you just make your first cup of coffee yours and you're sitting down and you have the cup of coffee on the counter waiting for you for like 5 minutes and it's already cold and you don't feel like
Either way, you're
drinking
going to have a bad cup of coffee.
or a bad day. Frankly, dude, a bad day.
I think cold coffee is better than terrible coffee. 100%.
Take that back.
Also, this is the difference between youngest, oldest sibling.
Yeah.
You don't like doing things for people. just flat out.
No,
flat out don't like doing things for people.
No, don't get me wrong. I love doing stuff for people. It's great. But here's the problem.
I'm listening. With one ear.
When people take advantage of my kindness.
Which is all the time.
Yeah. I walk downstairs, make myself a cup of coffee, do my thing. Mom comes downstairs, I give her a cup of coffee. Next morning, rinse and repeat. I do the same thing. I wake up earlier because I think that maybe I'll get the chance of not having to do it because I didn't want to do it. And then she come down and then she's like, where's my coffee? Where is it? And then I have to explain to her, this is my cup. I'll make you another. But she already has to go to work. So then every morning, rinse and repeat. As long as I don't break the cycle, she expects it.
Does this still happen every morning?
No, because I stopped waking up early.
Oh, okay. To make coffee.
Yeah.
Did you try doing like the whole morning routine thing too? Is that why you were doing that?
Yeah, I did the whole because I'm a morning person at heart, but I can't. I'm a morning person, but I'm not.
Okay.
Like, I don't have the motivation to be a morning
sense.
person.
That makes sense.
I love mornings. Whenever I wake up at 11, even, I feel like my whole day has been wasted. You're welcome. Didn't burp in your ear. But I feel like my whole day has been wasted just because I lost out on like 3 hours of what I think would be productivity. It's not. All it is just me watching Disney Plus after making myself and my mom a cup of coffee or a shower.
You could read.
Huh?
You could read. Reading is great. It's great. Is it great? Is reading great?
No. No, the only thing I read in the morning is the comments on the TikTok page. That's it.
You read comments on TikTok?
Yeah. No.
I don't even do that.
Oh my goodness. I need to open this can of worms real quick.
Okay, go for it.
This can of garlic seasoned worms for fishing tackle bait. Okay. This is so wrong. So we were talking about last episode
Okay.
that TikTok consumption is bad because it's content, and we need to keep our mind busy, and we need to have content constantly flowing in our brains, and we don't have patience anymore for stuff. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. It got deep. But they just added a feature that I jumped to instantly. You have to re-download the app to get it, but you can now skip ahead in videos. Because the last update before this was you can make like up to 3 minutes or 5 minute long videos, which was insane. But now, if you really don't feel like waiting, you can just drag the bar.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. Well, I like it, but I hate it because there's a lot of scummy people who get, if they have a big following, and they'll get money if you watch the whole video. or they go to the creator fund. So they'll be like, watch till the end of this video. So, and then like to see, like, because they'll go through a process of making something, and then at the end of the video is the final result. I just kind of skip.
And half the time, the final result is not worth it at all.
No, and you just feel like, give me my time back, even though it was 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
You're like, you wasted all of my 3 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
No, yeah, that is scummy. I just don't think I would ever read the comments on a TikTok.
Well, I used to
a video form.
I used to read the comments on TikTok because.
Do you read the comments on YouTube?
Huh? No.
Why do you?
Unless it's something that I'm really passionate about, like unless it's about a. I have a thought in the back of my brain. I'm like, I should comment this.
The one thing that I do read the comment sections on is whenever people post videos about where they're telling you to do something and they're just like, this is crazy, you should watch this. But what you're supposed to do is to take that video and play it through, like you press like share or something and play it backwards. If you're playing the audio backwards or if you put it at 2-speed or whatever. I don't ever do that. I just go to the comments to see what they said.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. So I'll use like TikTok comments if I'm like, I have an opinion about this. I wonder if anybody else has.
Yeah.
And then I'll look, and then my comment will already be taken exactly what I was going to say. I looked at TikTok comments because I would use it as a time waster because the audio would be playing in the background. I'd just queue up the comments and see if it was worth it before I finished the video, or just as like a time waster.
Wow.
Yeah. And that is sad.
I just take the L, and like if it's not interesting in the first like 3 or 4 seconds, I just swipe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gone. Katie does that too. My wife does that too.
Really? Do you think that refreshes your mind a bit?
Yeah.
Doing that?
Being able to say no to content, yeah. And not having to watch all the way through it. Yeah, I feel like I'm here to get what I want. Yeah. And I can just leave whenever. It helps.
I think it gives your brain some more power.
Yeah, it does.
Because you're like,
I don't have to be watching.
Yeah, this. This isn't gonna fulfill me.
No.
If I finish it. So.
Wow, deep.
It is deep. But that's for the last episode. So go back.
Yeah, you want to talk about deep content? Last episode.
That crap was Mariana Trench level. Dude, that was Bermuda Triangle level. That was Bigfoot's
Badonk
level. It was crazy. And we're not going to do very many episodes. We talked about this the last time. But we want to stray away from like more serious stuff. We want to be more witty and more fun. But I think we were just tired last time. That's all.
Yeah, we were both really exhausted, and it was like our first time in front of a camera. For some reason, in front of a camera, I end up being more serious. I'm like, everything that I have to say has to count. But whenever it's just you and me recording, and I'm just me listening to my voice in my headphones, I feel like it can be a little bit more funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what were we talking about? About the whole TikTok thing? Yeah. That's my attention span right there. One problem that I think with the whole Instagram thing faces, with the whole TikTok thing faces, is so those experiences that we were talking about that could only be captured by video, and that's what makes videos and stories special, is the fact that there's so many of those. It's going to do the same thing that Instagram did, and it's going to make those experiences whitewashed, like just washing it, because you're just seeing these experiences over and over again.
Yes, other people's.
Right, yeah, and you're like, I mean, well, some it's really great because it's motivation for me. Like, there's this one guy who I can't remember his name. He's great though. He's like a Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah, I farted. I'm so sorry. But he'll like start off his videos with do you guys want to go on an adventure with me? Too bad, you're coming. And then he'll like take you on hikes and like show you like things. It's beautiful outside. And then like that will motivate you to get outside.
Cool.
And he also does this thing with his fans where every fan who sends him a letter, he makes them his pen pal.
Nice.
And it's motivation to send pictures of them being outdoors.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
Like they send physical pictures in the mail.
yeah. And I think that's great. I think we need to start encouraging that more, because if it's more of like a push thing, like get out of the house, go do something, then we can also get those share those experiences with
Have you
people.
made TikToks? TikTok? Have you made
Yes.
TikToks? Okay.
I made the last TikTok I made was about my cat, who is 1 in a million.
Maury.
Yeah, he is 1 in a million. I say that because he's.
We're getting a cat.
Are you? Oh, that's right. I heard.
Do you know what his
in
name's gonna be?
August? What?
Can't remember right now. Because every single time it's important for me to tell somebody his name. Leo! His name is Leo!
That's sick. We were actually about to name his name Leo, so that's actually
I wanted to call him Stormageddon.
Stormageddon. Why?
Doctor Who episode. Doctor Who's talking to a baby. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna call him this, and he says his name's Stormageddon. Because he can talk baby.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, yeah. I want to call him sorry. We also
It's a great name.
almost called him PJ, which stands for Panda Junior, because my wife's cat was called Panda growing up. And this one looks exactly like that other one. So we're going to call it PJ. Cute. Leo is the name.
I think that we should refrain from naming pets after
Other pets.
older pets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then then the whole reason for that pet is just to get over your old one.
Yep.
So I don't think, like we talked about naming one of our dogs Isaac again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. When we got him, like when we were getting him, we were like, should we rename them Isaac? I was like, how about we just stick with the names that they have?
Yeah.
Cooper and Ginger.
Because you have a lot of memories with those pets.
Right. And then you can't, it feels like you almost can't make any more special memories with the pet you have, because it's just like
I agree.
the name holds something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now whenever I hear Isaac, I think fat, lazy dog who smells.
Yeah.
And also is grumpy.
Accurate.
Yeah.
That's about it for today.
Yeah.
We're out
Yeah,
of
it
time.
is.
Good
That's
job.
about all my Duncan can do. Hold on.
Thank you for listening, everybody, and watching. This is gonna get snapshot. You're gonna.
Oh shoot! No, I can't do that for
This
free.
is that's number one rule of social media.
No
Don't
feet.
ever post your feet in any capacity,
No.
and you just put
We
hand
gotta
sanitizer on it.
scrap this
Oh,
whole thing.
people are gonna.
Scrap it.
Thank you for paying attention and watching our video.
Deuces.
See you next time.
Vanilla. Just what I was fixing to do.